Hey friends, wanted to tell you about a brand new resource we just released over at churchmarketinguniversity.com. It is our Rethinking Easter module. Now this is a completely free module. It's 6 video episodes and a couple downloadable PDFs. Again, completely free. But here's the goal of this module is to help churches get a marketing strategy for their Easter Sunday. But more than just planning for a big Easter, because that's awesome to invite our community and see lives changed and transformed. The idea behind Rethinking Easter is to look at Easter a completely different way, to move from planning a big event to preparing for big long-term impact. Because here's the problem, is that churches are getting pretty good at drawing a big crowd. Nothing wrong with a big crowd. Jesus drew big crowds. But the problem is we've surveyed over 2,000 churches, and 84.5% of those churches say they struggle with getting guests back after a big event like Easter. Let me say that again. 2,000 churches surveyed, the vast majority of them would say, hey, you know what? We can get a big event, but we struggle with getting people to actually come back after a big event like Easter. So yes, we're going to give you a marketing plan and a strategy for leading up to your Easter, but we're also going to unpack how you actually get people to come back, because it's great if people come visit your church once, but you know what's better? If they keep coming back. And then we have an opportunity to disciple them and go on a journey with them in a relationship with God. That's the ultimate goal. Once is great, but that's not the point. Going and making disciples is the point. So let me just show you, if you want to be a part of this, we've got over 800 church leaders currently going through this. We just launched it a couple days ago. So we'd love to have you a part of this. Again, completely free. You can go over to churchmarketinguniversity.com/Easter. I'll put a link that makes it easier down in the comments below. Click here to get your access, just your name and your email. And then that'll give you access. If you come over to churchmarketinguniversity.com, you'll get an email with a link. Sometimes pastors are a little bit confused because that email is going into your junk or clutter folder because it's got your username and password in it. And so sometimes email clients think, oh, this is maybe spam or something, but it's not. It's your legit login, link, username, and password. And then that's going to get you access to this module on churchmarketinguniversity.com. This is our Rethinking Easter module, our brand new module 1 of 19 modules we have that you get access to. And then you'll see here, it's 6 different episodes. Once you get in and log in, you'll have access to these episodes. You can see the release date for when we're going to be releasing these episodes. Now, if you're a Church Marketing University member already, you have access to the full thing, and you have access to the number 7th episode down here. If you're joining us on the free preview, you're going to see these rolled out one at a time to make sure you go through in sequential order, because that's really important. So we're going to talk through episode 1 is where you start your planning for Easter. It's a counterintuitive idea that you're like, why would I start there? But we unpack it in the episode why you should start when you go to plan Easter with not actually even planning Easter. The second one episode, we're going to talk about the series after Easter. So Easter Sunday is great, but what do you do with the series after Easter Sunday? The third episode, we're going to talk about your follow-up strategy. So we're actually going to unpack a really thorough, this is kind of going to sound crazy, but we'll explain it in the video, 8-week follow-up strategy. Now, you don't have to do everything that we unpack here, but we're going to give you like the full enchilada plan in episode number 3 on how you thoroughly follow up with somebody who comes to your Easter Sunday. Episode 4, we're going to talk about the day of Easter, the things you need to make sure you're including the day of Easter. Now, I've had pastors reach out and say, am I still going to preach an Easter message? And what about this? What about that? Yes, you're still going to plan your Easter Sunday like you normally do, but there's going to be some things you do very different that we're going to talk about in episode number 4 that make all the difference in getting people actually to come back. Episode number 5, we're going to talk about hospitality on the day of Easter. Some things you can do, some things you can start planning for now for your guest and hospitality teams can implement for Easter, and hopefully for the weeks that follow Easter. You can implement all year round. But this is a great interview with Pastor Jen Obremski and talking about some things that you can do on Easter that's going to make a big difference. Then episode 6, kind of the episode everybody wants, because in this episode, we're going to talk to you about how you can hopefully double your attendance on Easter for your church. But we don't want you to start there, because this is kind of how we all want to start. But I'm telling you, if you go through in sequential order, then you land on episode 6, it will just make sure you do it the right way, so you don't just have a big event, but you actually have big long-term impact. So that's going to be episode 6. That's going to talk about your marketing plan. And then episode 7, kind of what I talked about, is for members only. And that's going to be me walking through our communications matrix tool. So it's a tool that we actually look at 140 plus different channels of communication that churches have access to. And then I walk through how you can use all those channels, not all of them, but a lot of them, in promoting your Easter services coming up, and how all of that works together in a communications matrix. So that's for members. So if you're already a part of CMU, you already have access to that, and you can download the Easter specific communications matrix right there. Let me also just say that we have a place down in the bottom for comments. So as you go along, if you've got ideas, questions, insights, some things that your church is doing, some things that you've tried. Last year we had over 700 church leaders go through something similar. So we had incredible feedback on how it impacted their church. So if you've got ideas to share from last year, or as you're experiencing the Rethinking Easter series, we love to hear those. Or if you get stuck along the way, you can put those in the comments. So again, this is completely free, and you can sign up at churchmarketinguniversity.com/Easter. Would love to have you a part of it. Also, if you're a part of maybe a pastor's network group, love to have you share this video into that group to make sure as many churches can get access to this content as possible, because it is truly an incredible way for us to reach into our communities to see more people start a relationship with God than ever before. And that's our heart. That's our prayer for you. So I look forward to seeing you guys inside Church Marketing University.